Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Retail Archaeology. Today we'll be taking a look at Desert Sky Mall in West Phoenix, Arizona. This mall opened in 1981. We'll start off by taking a look at the exterior of the mall. Now, this first anchor store we're going to take a look at is the Dillard's. This originally opened as a diamonds department store in 1981 and then was changed to a Dillard's in 1984 when Dillard's bought all the diamonds department stores. And from what I'm told, the exterior looks pretty much the same as it did when it was a Diamonds. All they really did was take the Diamonds sign down and put the Dillard's letters up. And this is the Sears, which is an original anchor to the mall. And I actually like this building. I like the color scheme and I like the architecture. It's pretty cool. And here we have the Mercado de los Cilios, which I am horrible at Spanish pronunciation, but that is a Spanish market and it's pretty cool. We'll see that in another video. And then this mall also has a movie theater. The Sonora Cinema. And they look pretty nice. I like the exterior here as well. And then we'll move on into the interior of the mall. And I love the neon signs. And then right there is we're seeing another anchor, which is Curacao, which is an interesting store. It seems to be kind of like a Sears and a Target kind of mixed together. It's pretty interesting. May cover that in a future video. And here we have the Hurricane Simulator. But we'll take a look in here real quick because those Nintendo logos caught my eye. I find out later on this is where they used to sell the video games in this store, but they moved that to a different part of the store. But let's take a closer look at the Hurricane Simulator since you were all upset the last time I saw one and didn't try it out. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do
Alright,
this.
we're gonna do the Hurricane Simulator. Alright, climb in there. Get in there, test subject. I'll watch your stuff. Okay.
Kind of terrifying, actually.
Kind of terrifying.
You're just sweating a little bit.
I think there's a screen behind you. I don't know if it's trying to tell you something or... Is it gonna do it?
Alright, we're gonna hit that.
Currently unable to accept a card.
That's a nice breeze.
Okay. Oh, I see. It's counting the miles per hour behind you.
It's sluggy. It's more than a dust storm right now. I can barely hear myself when I'm yelling like this.
It's not loud out here at all, really.
Yeah, I'm yelling. It's going up into my crack.
Is that it?
It's more like a tropical storm simulator, but that's pretty awesome.
Lame. And that wasn't the only goofiness that went on that day. We brought an old Sears tele-games game into the Sears and had a little mini photo shoot with it. I wanted to see what it looked like with the Sears game on the racks again, like it was for sale at a Sears. So this was pretty funny too. I think this might be my favorite picture. So after that we went into the mall and we found an arcade with some actual games, which was cool, and a Dairy Queen, and these awesome lights. I love those lights up in the ceiling. And there's another large anchor in the mall, the Burlington Coat Factory. Now, this mall actually does not have any empty anchors. This was a mall that a lot of viewers requested that I go cover as a dead mall, but we found out pretty quickly this is not a dead mall at all. We were here on a Sunday at 11 a.m. when the mall opened, and it quickly started to fill with more and more people. So I was glad we started to film early, because this mall, even though it's not dead, is really interesting to look at. Here's a closer look at the Burlington. And true to its name, Desert Sky Mall, this mall has some amazing skylights in it, which I was happy to capture and I wanted to show everyone. I love that. Yeah, this is a great mall. I actually really like this mall. This was my first time here, and also the first time my producer Mark was here as well, and we kind of fell in love with it and really like this mall now. So awesome. Can already see pretty early, foot traffic is starting to pick up, and there's a Wetzel's Pretzels here. That's cool that it's still here. And there's an interesting mix of your, standard mall stores, like, Wetzel's Pretzels, and there's a Spencer's in here and stuff. But then there's some kind of local mom and pop businesses too, but they actually seem to be really busy. There's the Spencer's right there. We also found this weird little thing called the corner shops, which is this kind of weird alcove in the mall. And I was happy that we were able to capture this too. A lot of these businesses actually didn't open till noon on Sunday. We can see an empty one here with some label scar. But you can see this doesn't look like the rest of the mall. It's this kind of awkward hallway. So I imagine the rent in these shops is pretty cheap. Even though this is an awkward hallway, there's still kind of some simulated skylight things here in the ceiling, which I think are interesting. Eyebrow threading. Starting to see that in a lot of malls. And see, if you turn down this way, it's even more awkward because there's a lot of wasted space down this hallway, but then it goes back into what looks like a regular mall again. I did want to come back up this way again because I thought it was kind of interesting that the mall mailboxes were down here as well. At other malls I've been to, they've been kind of in the back corridors of the mall. This is pretty funny. Watch this. A kid on a racer scooter goes racing by. There he goes. So a lot of these businesses actually did open up at noon. The ones that obviously aren't empty. For example, this one on the right that looks like it's empty. If we get a closer look in there, you'll see that it's actually occupied with a bunch of stuff. And when we came down this way later on, it was open and actually had a few people in there. Such a weird little corridor to be in this mall. But we would find out later on that this isn't the only thing in this mall that's uncharacteristic of a normal mall. Here's some more of the awesome skylights, and then a double-decker carousel. Superstition Springs Mall in Mesa, Arizona has a similar double-decker carousel like that, but not one with a cool skylight like that above it. Desert Sky Mall, that's really is a great name for this mall. Now over here, this thing to the left, this anchor, is a really awesome market with all kinds of crazy stalls. There's going to be another video coming soon of that because it's so amazing. Here's a closer look at the lights that I love. And another shot down the hallway here. And the last part of this is actually going to be footage from my camera glasses later on because we got here and we needed to kill time before the Dillards opened at noon. So this was on our way to the Dillards because it was now open, and this is what the mall looked like around noon on a Sunday afternoon. And this is busy. This is not a dead mall at all. Maybe this mall was struggling at one point, but it seems to have corrected itself, and maybe it is the mix of typical mall stores like the Foot Locker you saw there, the Spencer's we saw earlier, and then some of the just more local mom and pop shops that seem to be doing well. I mean, look, even all the kiosks are open. Now, granted, a few of them were trying to sell cheap fidget spinners, but they are all occupied, and you don't see that in a dead mall. Now, I apologize for this footage again. This is from my camera glasses, which I'm still getting used to using, but I wanted to show how busy this was. This is honestly the busiest I've seen a mall in the Phoenix area, I feel like, in the last 10 years. This is amazing. And I was happy to see it. This was something that I wanted to show, that not all malls are dying, and even ones that it sounds like people thought were dying, I guess have figured out ways to right themselves and keep themselves alive, because this place was very much alive. The other cool thing is that although it's pretty obvious paint colors have changed and tiles been updated over the years, the mall really does kind of seem to have the bones from the 80s still, and I like that. So the fact that it seems to be thriving and it kind of has those cool retro aesthetic bones to it, this really is become one of my favorite malls now, and I think I will be visiting here quite frequently. Now, the crown jewel of this mall, in my opinion, is the Dillards, which is what we're on our way to now. But I'm not going to be able to cover that in this video. That is going to be in the next video. It is absolutely beautiful and definitely worthy of its own video, and you'll see that coming soon. There's a quick peek of it right there, though. It's absolutely beautiful. If you thought this mall was cool looking, wait till you see that Dillards. Want to see your name here? Head on over to patreon.com/retailarchaeology to find out how you can help support the channel. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video on a really awesome mall. If you got a few minutes, I've got another really cool video on some Goodwill guts you can check out. I got to check out a Goodwill store a little bit before its grand opening, which was pretty cool. Also, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and as always, thanks for watching.